Hello? Anyone out there? Alright, so... I think there's some singing in the background. But that's spooky. Okay. Okay, so hopefully I should be okay. On Twitter just before I got started, I just like straight out mentioned that like I don't know what happened. I was just like so tired and like so like yeah, it was weird. It was weird for me at this time of the day or night, I guess. So yeah, maybe it was the spirits. I don't know. um. But yeah, we'll see how far I can get and see what happens. I always do one chapter, the third drop, and then see how I feel after that. Of course I can read that. Ren Hojo, the author who's saying so gotta find the photographs, takes a closer look at the album. One photo catches his eye, and he decides to investigate further. He goes to the end with the camera obscura and Rui, his assistant. Again, I'm gonna have another partner stage. Okay, I should buy this. I don't know what that lens is supposed to do, but we'll see. Their drop postmortem photography. Randhojo. Randhojo, a writer, is haunted by a recurring dream in which he kills a young girl during a ritual. He receives an album of postmortem photographs located on his request by Hisoka. Upon viewing one of the photos, Ren recognizes the very scene from his dreams. Eager to delve further into this puzzling mystery, Ren heads to the abandoned inn in person this time, bringing along his assistant Rui Kagemiya.
She's beautiful, but she looks sad too.
Yeah.
Isn't she the type of woman that you get nervous around?
Yeah. There may be more of this stuff out there.
Shall I call Hisoka?
No, let's go there ourselves. It'll be quicker that way.
At this hour?
It won't take long.
So then, shouldn't you take the camera obscura? You haven't used it yet. This could be your chance. People say there's something off about that place.
Okay.
My camera obscura is on the desk. Hisoka sent it back after appraising it for me. I should take that shadow reading report with me too. It may come in handy. Rui's always complaining about me leaving things on the sofa. Aiden? An antique-looking camera on the desk. Ren's camera obscura. The measure upgrade displays the current health of a lockdown enemy. That sounds helpful. There's an unfinished manuscript on the desk. It doesn't yet have a title. I'll need more materials to solidify the theme. A memorial portraiture, the act of photographing dead bodies, was a practice in Western countries in the 19th century. Weird. A time when photography was still a rare and expensive luxury. The bodies of recently deceased family members and loved ones were photographed in lifelike poses as a solemn keepsake of remembrance. While researching the phenomenon, I discovered that a similar custom made its way to Japan as well. Known as postmortem photographs, a small number of these photos still remain. I've been fortunate enough to obtain one such photograph, which I found to contain a certain beauty lacking in its Western counterparts. When photography first arrived in Japan, it was accompanied by the prevalent superstition that photographs could steal a person's soul. I've heard of that. Whether anyone truly believed this or not, it truly gave postmodern photography a special significance in Japan. If photos were taken with this belief in mind, then postmodern photographs would not simply have been taken as keepsakes or for mourning purposes. Rather, the practice may have carried a certain deeper spiritual significance. Hisoka's letter is a reply to the appraisal request for this camera obscura. It urges caution in using it. To Ren Hojo, the camera you left me to look at is a device known as a camera obscura. Its purpose is to capture images of the supernatural, things invisible to the naked eye. These cameras are incredibly rare, with an almost mythical status in the antiques market. A few have been known to exist, but this is the first I've ever seen with compound lenses. I don't mean to frighten you, but rumor holds that to own a camera obscura is to invite misfortune. They say everyone who has owned one has either died, lost their mind, or gone missing. I mean, everyone dies, so... The cameras themselves have outlived many owners. While some aficionados do seek them out, The stories of previous owners meeting with such misfortune has had an impact on their value as antiques. My camera obscura was left to a local family after its previous owner passed away. They graciously gave it to me. I believe yours is still usable, but please do exercise caution in doing so. Sincerely, Hisoka Kirisawa. P.S. The cover on your camera obscura is broken, but it seems it originally had a box shape. I thought you'd sell it to me, but I would like to borrow it for a while if you don't mind. I'm happy to compensate. Please think it over. I left the shell right. Phew, okay. That's another thing. Since I was like my throat started getting like very phlegmy and like it was getting a little hard to talk. But like I thought just if I kept talking it would clear up and get better. But like it's kinda not. But yeah, it kinda comes and goes and it's like really but anyways. Let's see what this is, because apparently the sofa is the next main thing. The Maiden Slayer. Came across this book while searching Mount Ikami. I don't think this story has anything to do with what's going on now, but you never know. The Maiden Slayer. So many pages. Well, if talking is gonna clear this up in my throat, then this sure is the way to start it. Mount Hikami has long been steeped in legends revolving around suicidal ghosts. Revered as a sacred place since time immemorial, it was once the worshipping ground and home of many shrine maidens. Once there was a man who fell in love with a maiden and came to the mountain in order to court her. However, she remained loyal to her duties and refused his advances. Enraged, the man killed her and threw her into the river. Several days later, he returned with a torch and blade and proceeded to brutally butcher all the shrine maidens on the mountain, tossing them into the river as he went. Whoa. The waters of the mountain flowed red with blood, carrying the solid corpses of the maidens all the way down to the pool of purification. It is said that the eyes of each of the shrine maidens had been gouged out. Okay, so that explains what just happened. Sort of. Yeah, all those bodies and stuff. That was crazy. Just before killing the first maiden and tossing her into the river, the man's eyes met with those of his victim. Something in her eyes led him to murder the others, or so the legend goes. With all the maidens dead, he killed himself by cutting his own throat. The ghosts of shrine maidens still drenched in those bloody waters have appeared on the mountain ever since. It is said that those who meet their eyes are led to their deaths. They follow the women into the water and drown themselves. Though only a legend, the story is believed to be based on an actual incident. The local records show that the bodies of several shrine maidens were discovered long ago, and that all rituals and rites ceased to be performed from that day on. This looks like a part of Ree's journal. Must have gotten mixed in here while tidying. I feel bad reading it, but Mr. Hojo can't clean up after himself. For someone who's lived alone for so long, he's incapable of housework. He can't cook, and he's bad at tidying up. I'm more like his caretaker than his assistant. He loses things all the time, and whenever he doesn't have a book he needs, he blows up. He usually ends up asking Miss Kurosawa for help. One time when I was trying to sort all his books, there was one I couldn't find anywhere. It's like it just disappeared. Miss Kurosawa found it with her shadow reading. She went into his room on her own, then came back out a little while later with the missing book. She just smiled and said something about making the invisible visible. What is this shadow reading business anyway? That reminds me of that one time. I was tidying up and I came across something I'd never seen before. It was like Miss Kurosawa said, the invisible became visible. It was kept inside an old box. I don't even know what it was. I put it aside to sort out later on, but when I went to take a proper look, it had vanished. It must have gone invisible again. Yes, let's get the shadow reading report. I may have some information that I could use. Who knows when I might need it. This looks like a report written by Yuri. It seems to be about the photo album. Found item report. Client Ren Hojo. Report by Yuri Kozukata. Verified by Hisoka Kurosawa. Details of request. Find items pertaining to postmortem photography on Mount Hakami. Obtain them, if possible. Perform shadow reading using the postmortem photograph. Found on my Hikami as a token. Located an album of postmortem photographs in a trailer manner. Took custody of the object. It's a very, bland report of like what actually happened.
It's almost sunset. We should hurry.
Yeah, let's go.
There's a local superstition warning people not to go up Mount Hakami after dusk. If you climb the mountain in the twilight hours, it'll show you a different form. Its true form. Only those who wish to die come here at that time. I think that's the inn where the album was found. This must be Ichiru Manor. So, do you think you'll be able to use the camera obscura? I think you should try it out first, just to be sure.
Okay.
Oh, I guess his works differently. This type of camera obscura allows you to take multiple photos at once. Use the multi-shot function to take 4 photos at once, dealing more damage to the ghost that you photograph. Taking multiple photos at once also helps to get fatal frame shots. After multi-shot, the camera obscura will take longer than usual to reload the film. That figures. Keep in mind that multi-shots quickly use up a lot of film. Also, standard camera obscura lenses do not work with Ren's camera obscura. Oh, that takes a long time. suppose.
Is the camera working?
Well, you look like you, so yeah.
Is that a good thing?
We should go.
Oh, why is it heavy? Or I wonder if it's because it was taken with the multi-shot.
I hear the older part of this inn, the part that's further back inside, it was part of some temple or shrine. After it became an inn, the proprietor's family lived here, but it doesn't look like anyone's been here for a while. There was a massive landslide that hit Mount Hikami. Maybe they were all buried under the rubble. Hey, it looks like the album you asked for was found in the old building.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
Why would you even come here at night? I mean, like... The camera's... The same power. It's okay, it's for shallow raining. Oh, that's right. The lone spoon upgrades the output, increasing damage. Slows down the enemy while sticking photos using the for continuous photos feature. That would be helpful. So, do you want to spend any upgrades? Yes. Oh, that's a lot more points for the next one. scratch on the duck that shut itself. It must have been the wind. Okay, you know what? Oh, it. Okay, there's the little white mark on the screen, so it's reacting to something. But I don't know what it wants me to look at or find. Or maybe it's up here. Okay, as long as those hands don't pop up. Very good.
It should be around here.
Of course. Oh yeah, I could get that good grappling shot.
This must be the room where Hisoka found that album.
Yeah, it would seem so.
It's just an amazing conversation this run. Camera is reacting to something. Maybe I can see something through the viewfinder. Oh. That's right. What if I got something? A crumpled note has materialized. This must be what the camera was reacting to. There's a note lying on the shelf. Maybe it belonged to someone who lived here. How long has it been since I lost everything? The mountain swallowed up half my inn. All I have left is that old album of postmortem photographs. The one left by my father. I don't even know who these photos are of, but it's the last vestige of family I have. How long have I spent here wallowing in the darkness? It doesn't matter. I'll burn it all, and then there'll only be me. I think I'll end it up in the observation room on the roof. The sunset is lovely up there. Camera's reacting to the note. Using this note as a token, I might find a trace that will lead me to some info about that photograph.
That picture. It's all because of that picture.
Wait, what? Oh wait, there's a large hole at the bottom of the wall. I can see soil from the mountain through it. Cool. Okay, let's just have a little fun with the photo mode. So, right there. On the way. No, character. Oh, and then I choose, and then okay. What's different? Whoop. Between patrolling. Huh, weird, okay. Looking left. Looking right. Camera pose. Camera pose. Fine. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Expecting... Oh, there's a good variety here. Mm. Oh, okay. Mm. Oh, funky. Thing. Which stream? Oh, whoa, what? Monochrome sepia noise. Instant style. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's freaky. Dark black lights. Some green. Fun. Okay, that's... Oh, yikes. Okay, so it just brings up like a random thing to screw with you. Where was... Oh, this one. Okay, and then I... Oh. Then this. Yay. Alright, that was fun. Alright, and then we're back into it. Oh, that's not good. Oh, the windows in the hallway have opened outside. Yeah, we're pretty well over that by now. Alright, where are we going? Alright. Of course. Just
According
miss
to the
it.
stories, after the landslide, the owner of the inn moved to the third floor. They say
Alrighty.
he burned himself to death there, or that he threw himself into the lake.
common enough story.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, because that's always what you...
Since then, they say that if you look up at the third floor veranda, you'll see someone looking back down.
Really?
I'm sorry.
I can see the wall on the first floor through the gaps in the floor. I don't think I can get through here. Okay, there. Hurry again with the arrow, trying to get my attention here. You know, that hand coming out to grab like doesn't happen as often as I would have thought when it first happened. But I guess that's kind of the point. Like, it's rare enough to where it doesn't happen all the time to like numb you to it, but just enough so that like you don't get complacent. It's locked, I can't open it. Camera's right to the door. Oh no, wait, it was red over here. Oh no, wait, that's just... Oh. There we go. Oh, that thing. I remember that. There's something in the photo. The photograph shows the duck with the hatch open. The photo might be showing the location of the key to its door. Alright, guess we're going back downstairs. But what is that? Okay, I was gonna say, why is it still there? Usually those apparitions go away, like, sort of fast. There's this little notebook here. Like the one found in the old building, it looks like it belonged to the innkeeper. Even before the landslide, there were always strange goings on around here. Some years ago, 2 girls went missing on a college field trip. The police were stumped. A few days later, one of the girls turned up again, seemingly out of her mind. There were lots of theories, but most people believed they were simply spirited away. That girl came back each year to look for a friend, like some sort of pilgrimage. Countless people have gone missing here over the years. We're all used to it by now. My father was spirited away too, as was the folklorist Kaiji Wataru. Oh no, what did I? Sorry. Next, it'll be my turn, I bet. I'll vanish with the rest of them. I doubt anyone will think to come looking for me. Where was it? I can't get the hatch to it tucked open. It's being held shut by a powerful force. Camera's reacting to it. Tutorial sync shots, okay. Let's see what this is. Taking photos identical to the psychic photographs taken with the camera obscura can break seals blocking your access. Take a photo that matches the one you already have. What is that? Oh, that one looks pretty cool. Woman from the water. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Okay. So, about... Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. That's, yeah. Hatch the deck is now open. I guess I need to stand in a certain spot to trigger it. Something in there among the pipes. Key on a yellow chain. let's try this again. Period. Okay. Yes, why won't you die? Or well, I guess it already is, but the ghosts have something behind what disappeared. So it has been left here, looks like it was left by the innkeeper. This place has gone from a tourist hotspot to a suicide hotspot. I suppose that was always the case. This mountain and death go together, side by side. Mikomori was once known as the Grove of Shrine Maidens. A sacred grove where the mountains maidens oversaw the deaths of pilgrims, easing their passing to the other side. I like that. I envy it. I wish someone would be there to see me off. Was that the man who wrote this note? Maybe I'll find something upstairs.
Rui, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
How do they expect us to dodge that? My flashlight won't penetrate the thick glass. Perhaps the landslide buried the building even up to this floor. Okay, that reminds me. That was right. It didn't come out as cool as I thought. Can I... You hear that, right, Rui? Like, that's not just me. Oh, this looks nice and precarious. The sunset beckons. It's calling me into the water. This is the right thing to do. Oh. Staring at something. The whole room is charred. The man might have left something behind. If he did, it'll likely be hidden.
Looks like there was a fire. This must be where the innkeeper moved.
Rui!
Come on, Ren, you gotta be quicker than that.
Rui! What's wrong? Is something there? What were you doing? Can't you remember anything? Let's go home.
You cannot leave the mountain. You will dissolve internally.
Goodness, stay over there, Yuri.
We're leaving.
I'm interested in shrine me. Is she connected to another that I found? There's a note here. It's by the fire. The album of postmodern photographs was assembled by a folklorist who lived on the mountain. His name was Kaiji Watari. Watari? He became fascinated by the custom and moved to Mount Hikami to study how it spread to Japan. My father seemed to take an interest in these fellows as well. Strange foreign customs always fascinated him. While he was running the inn, he helped Watari collect postmortem photographs from the nearby town. On Mount Hikami, water itself was deified. It seems like Watari wanted to get a deeper understanding of this unique outlook, so he set up a house in the forest to experience it firsthand. Oh boy. He was greatly aided by my father, who had already set up the inn by that point. He remodeled it from an old, unused shrine. I think he thought the extra religious theft would help attract more visitors. One day the folklorist went missing. Several people formed a search party, but they were unable to find a trace. Even the road to his house seemed to have been lost to the woods. My father scoured the mountain too, but all he found was that photo album. He was soaking wet when he got back. I remember he was acting strangely. His eyes had this curious glint, almost like he'd been possessed by something. The next thing I knew, my father went missing as well. I'd forgotten about the photos until I found them in the old building after the landslide, but now I understand the why my father left. What'll I do? These photos are so beautiful. Kaiji Watanabe, a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. Hisoka probably has some books about him. We should get back where he needs to rest. The photo album left behind by the innkeeper was put together by a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. As whenever we explored the inn and traced the spirit of its owner, a ghost tried to lure Rui to suicide. Then, through the pouring rain, an ominous shrine maiden appeared. Ren and Rui left the mountain with more questions than when they started. Okay, doing good, doing good. Integrate shall remain Yuri. With Hisoka still missing, Yuri recalls what she witnessed on the mountain. Ryuhi taking her own life while entranced by a malevolent spirit, and the bodies of the dead shrine maidens washed up at the pool of purification. These disquieting images leave Yuri with no doubt that Mount Hikami houses some kind of horrifying secret. Yuri takes the camera obscura that she found on the mountain and begins searching for a token that will lead her to Hisoka.
Suicide, huh? There was no body, right? And you said, what was it? That lots of women's bodies washed up afterwards? I think there have been reports saying something like that before. Oh, well. I'll see what I can find out tomorrow.
Sounds helpful? It is the only picture from the camera obscura that shows anything. A dark silhouette standing on what looks like a body of water. The other photos are no good, they're all black, as if they were exposed to strong light. It doesn't tell me anything. Maybe there are more clues in Hisoka's room. Hisoka. She liked to sit at her desk to relax. The Japanese style of the room helped her de-stress. The drawer is locked. The camera obscura is reacting to it. We're well, probably somewhere I haven't been yet. It's the storeroom on the first floor. Okay, makes sense. Oh, yeah, I was thinking. Okay, yes, I can just put in. And three. Hmm. I wonder if the characters to include like unlock as I take pictures of them. Oh, that's the maiden of Blackwater. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna spin when hang when we fell. We with a cutthroat. Oh, and I wonder if taking the portrait also unlocks them. Well, I should have looked at that before. Alright, anyways. Oh no, wait, it's the right way, okay. Is that right? Oh, it's the room. Something under the bed. A small key. Maybe opens the door in Hisoka's desk. Some dusty old paperwork was also under here. It looks like a shallow reading request. Case closed is written in large red letters. Hmm. Subject Miku Hinasaki. Client Sachi Iyama. Friend. A token personal photo details. Disappeared. Searching for a missing brother, but was found. Mother of one. Father unknown. Disappeared again 3 years later. No photographer. Client is her daughter's guardian. Result search abandoned. Oh, okay. There's a whole lot of people up there. Okay, so Miku is a mother, a single mother, and Sachi is a friend who is the guardian of Miku's daughter. Okay. I probably don't need to figure this out, but... Okay, attempted shadowing several times, but traces were too weak to follow. The subject is alive, but a newer or strong trigger token is required. It may be that the subject does not want to be found. Huh. A warm but lonely expression. She looks like she might fade away at any moment. So that's Miku. Looks like there are a few more pages in here. Sumuki Shina. Client, family physician, token, personal photo, details, unstable family. Tendency to blame herself for strife with her half-sister. Bears self-inflicted wounds. Though strict family may be the cause, will ask doctor for care after subject is found. Result, search abandoned. Contacted by the family, mother has been turned over to the police. Have been asked to drop the investigation. Well, that's not shady. Sumugi. Her face seems tinged with sadness. She's still missing, but her family has given up the search. Yuri Kozukata. Case closes were enlarged with others. Yuri Kozukata. Token personal photo. Feels emotionally unstable after family lost in the accident. Stopped going to school a few days ago. Neighbors say she left home as normal. No, claims to see things others can't. Now recovered. Result, taken into custody. Observation required. Safely in my custody. Believed close attention is necessary. We'll look after her for a while. High school graduation photo. Just look at that intense expression. I wonder how much I've changed since then. I still have a hard time looking at mirrors. Momose. There is a file tucked away in the desk drawer. It contains files and several sheets of paper. Client. F. Himino. Friend. Token personal photo. Details. Client subject. Used to be cafe regulars. The group suicide was reported at the time of disappearance. Connection unknown. Note. A quiet, gentle girl. Seemed keen to please others. Raka Momose. Compared to her photo with Ryuhi, she has a somewhat darker expression. Miu Hinasaki. Looks like someone else who went missing on the mountain. Subject Miu Hinasaki, client S. Miyama, foster mom. Token personal photo. Details of went looking for her birth mother. Missing since subject's childhood. Other something about Mount Hikami, according to her talent agent. Note, said to possess psychic powers, client is very worried. A photo of a slender, elegant young woman. So this is Miu Hinasaki. A cassette tape from an answering machine. The label shows a date and a client's name. A missing person file for one Kazuya Sakaki. I've heard Isoka mention the name before. Client, oh, Ren Hojo. Friend took in personal photo. Details known to wander off. Went incommunicado while gathering postmortem photographs for Ren. Awaiting possible contact. Note, gives a bad impression. Seems quite unlike Ren. He's a friend of Ren's, but I've never met him. Hisoka's journal. There was a journal tucked away in the drawer. It looks like some notes relating to clients. Met with a potential client. Doesn't know whether subject is alive or dead. Says she may have wandered off somewhere. Maybe waiting for help. Doesn't want to leave home in case subject comes back on her own. I tripped up, said something I shouldn't have. I asked what she'd do when we find her. She laughed and said, when she gets back, there are things I want to tell her. Her smile looked forced. She looked worn down by it all. I should mind my own business. I'm worried about leaving Yuri alone, but this one is urgent. No time to lose, I have to go. This file lists the missing person cases that Hisoka took on. Haraka Momose is the girl that he was looking for. I may be able to track her down if I use this photograph as a token. And of course, since it's dark and it's raining, like, of course you would leave to go to the mountain. Why wouldn't you? Seems like the most logical thing to do. Oh. This leads to the bathroom. Hisoka prefers a large bathtub, but it's too large for me to relax in very easily. This time, I'm the one who will save you. Using the camera obscura, you found a number of missing person case files connected to Mount Hikami. He is now more determined than ever to head back to the mountain and find Hisoka. Alright, so it seems like... Well, there is a whole lot of game here to play. I'm surprised. Yeah, so like I said earlier, I'm just like... I don't know what happened to me today, I don't know what's wrong, but... I am just like... out of it, I am down for the count. And... yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna be able to do tonight. It's such a short stream, I wish I could go on longer, because it just seems like there was so little that happened, but guess I'll get to it tomorrow, hopefully. Things will still be good to where I can start on time, and you know, if I go like the full 3 hours that I usually stream, then it should be good. But yeah, anyways, so if you like what you saw for whatever reason and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, hit the bell for notifications. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, all at Bruce Jinx. Check my church schedule for when I'll be streaming, and check my Twitter for any updates, last minute updates or changes to the schedule. So yeah, I'll keep doing Maiden of Blackwater all through Halloween, and then November 1st, hard cutoff. I'm gonna switch games, and that's gonna be fun. So, if all this spookiness isn't your thing, isn't your jam, I totally understand, because it's totally not mine. So, I'm looking forward to getting off it. Although the games are fun. Alien was really fun. This is pretty fun. This spooks me. But yeah, good times. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting. I really appreciate it, and hope you enjoyed. And hope to see you at the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!